Salutations, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of CCW Superstars of the Ring, where we right now have an update on the health and well-being of the legendary rock and roll Chris Turner. Chris Turner, who you may remember, suffered a backhanded attack from the Diamond Exchange, that being Cecil Andrews and Shooter McGee, the CCW World Tag Team Champions. He is not going to be out for a few days. He is not going to be out for a few weeks. Chris Turner is going to be sidelined for a few months. A good chunk of time out of any man's career. Now, you heard from the Wild Thing, Mike Anthony. You heard the justifiable anger that came from him. Well, word has also reached the new breed, Landon Crews, and he has a few things he needs to get off of his chest and direct them to the Diamond Exchange. So let's hear from the new breed right now.
You know what, guys? Diamond Exchange, I saw what you guys did to my friend Chris Turner, my trainer, my best friend, my mentor here in CCW, the leader of me, Mike Anthony, the guys that are taking you down, Diamond Exchange, Cecil Andrews, Shooter McGee. Yeah, you guys were the one to do it. But that doesn't mean that you're out of it, Daniel. Daniel Anderson, I know you and Brian Blitz planned this whole plot out to take out the leader, Chris Turner, take out the big guns. But let me tell you something. Just because you might have Chris Turner pinned against the wall doesn't mean that we're not fired up and pissed off at you guys, because we're coming at you guys harder. And once Chris Turner gets ready, all three of us are coming back stronger than ever at the Diamond Exchange. This isn't over. This is only the beginning.
It is going to be anything but a Merry Christmas for the Diamond Exchange if the new breed Landon Crews has anything to say about it. Well, folks, I have just been informed that Chris Turner will be in Stomping Ground Studios next week, so we will get more updates from the man himself concerning his health and his future here in CCW. Now, folks, for the match of the week, Solo Jones, the Southern States Heavyweight Champion, takes on the winner of the 2020 Ruler of the Ring tournament, Darroyn Drummond. They are at ringside right now getting ready to go, so let's take it to ringside.
Wrestling fans, welcome to another episode of CCW Superstars of the Ring. My name is Craig Young, and I'm right here with the Hall of Honor, the first ballot, the Stallion, Butch Price. Butch, look at the amount of humanity we have in the ring for this week's Superstars of the Ring matchup.
Yeah, I see it. I see that you got Drummond, former alternate.
You have Drummond. That is the Alternative G.O.A.T.
Alternative G.O.A.T. I was trying to figure out the term that you had used before we came on. Alternative G.O.A.T.
The greatest alternative champion we have. And probably on the other side of the ring is pound for pound the best striking champion we've ever had in Continental Championship Wrestling. And that would be one Solo Jones. Darroyn Drummond has to watch out for those overhand rights, those lefts, and if he gets hit with that spear, the match is over.
Absolutely. It'll be over. Well, first of all, we need to think about what Drummond needs to do to overcome this size difference.
Butch is going to strike fast and take out a leg.
He
the
does.
only way he's going to be able to take that big man down is take out a leg.
Absolutely, and he's not going by our advice. We see he tried to go toe-to-toe with somebody that outweighs him by at least 50 to 55 pounds.
Yeah, you can't try to match up strength with Solo Jones. Solo Jones is way too strong. In fact, he's deceptively strong for the frame that he has.
Absolutely, and he's surprisingly agile as well. We've seen him on several occasions be able to keep pace, at least for a little while, with people that's twice as small as he is. So we can't take into account the conditioning factor, because it appears that he does, even though he's a big guy, he can hold his own in there with the smaller people.
Darroyn Drummond obviously already frustrated, but again, I think it's part of the game plan. There's a reason we call him the Alternative G.O.A.T. He is one of the best competitors we have here in Continental Championship Wrestling in terms of not only his momentum, not only his movesets. He will fly across this ring, and it is incredibly difficult to put him down.
It would be. Now, Solo's letting him punch him as some type of intimidation tactic. Darroyn Drummond got that soup bone twice now and has hit the ground twice. He ducked it this time and came through and found a thunderous clothesline, and he's out. He's doing the right thing.
Drummond should have stayed down after that first punch and just rolled over it.
I think you're right, but he was trying to prove that he got some pride about himself. He's a former champion, so he's not going to just lay there and cry and whine. He's going to try to get up and do some things. He's looking at the Southern States title, but I don't think he's ever been a contender for the Southern States title, has he?
Nope. Darroyn Drummond does not get a whole lot of title opportunities around here. And it's kind of a shame because he's the master of the ring. Tournament he had earlier this year. He has a title shot whenever he wants to use it.
Absolutely. He just hasn't taken advantage of the opportunity, which is sad. But he's doing the right thing here. He's got Solo Jones off his feet, and what he needs to do, he needs to find a body part. He needs to find a body part to work on. If he's going to stay on the head, he needs to stay on it. But he's got to find that one body part that's going to really make a difference, that's going to take that spear away from him.
I think he is. He's standing on Solo's gut. You take all the wind out of that big man and he ain't getting up.
That's true. True.
I mean, you can say take out the knee. He can still fight from a base. You take out his wings. That's it. There's no gas power in that big man.
You're absolutely right. Knock out all the gas out of the car, he won't move. He's working him over here in the corner now. Solo looks like, and there is just a simple push-off. Not a punch, but just a simple push-off. Darren's doing everything he can. He's trying to gain some momentum here.
He's right back on. Now, Butch, you used to have one of the more devastating strikes here in CCW. You look at these punches these guys are throwing nowadays. Oh, he stopped momentum. Just
my goodness.
Flat out stop momentum and then turn around into that clothesline.
He just out of gas on 95. Well, when you talk about the striking, it comes from your hip, the torque in your elbow, the torque in your shoulder, getting maximum velocity for a punch. Wow.
That big man just threw all 300 plus of his weight just into the momentum of Darroyn Drummond. He didn't land on Drummond. He became an obstacle that Drummond bounced off of.
An immovable object. Look at Drummond. Drummond doesn't know what to do. He's trying to figure out if he wants to stay or if he wants to leave. He's throwing a few punches to him. Oh!
Now this is vintage Drummond right here.
It
He's
is.
holding on to that wrist, and those clotheslines hurt. I mean,
They do hurt.
putting some momentum behind him, and he's holding on and bringing Solo Jones down to the mat.
Absolutely. You got to think about the strength that Darroyn Drummond is showing, being able to knock that big man off his feet.
The biggest. Oh, nice. It looked like an elbow from Solo might have caught him there. But Darroyn Drummond normally uses that technique, those wrist hold on into the clothesline.
Absolutely.
To start setting up for later moves like the
drive-by. Yes, sir. You're absolutely right. But I think right now, these are just desperation moves. I don't think he really thinks that he's going to be able to finish him in a straight-up fight. He's got to wear him down. He's got to take some of the air from him. That's exactly what you said he needed to do. He's got to take the air out of the big man. He's got to make him suffer. He's got to make him take some deep breaths here.
I don't think he's lost within his game plan. I just think he's getting madder and madder. There's a certain level of arrogance to Darroyn Drummond.
Okay.
But once that game plan's going, and look, his game plan's winning.
It is winning. It is winning.
Solo Jones, unfortunately, just has too much raw strength for some of this.
That's true.
But it's going to play out like this. If Darroyn Drummond can continue to absorb the beating of his game while chipping away at the breath of Solo Jones, I think the longer it goes, Darroyn Drummond has a fantastic opportunity to win this.
He does, but he's got to find a solution to this right now. He's just being tossed around by pure power.
Well, Solo Jones doesn't work by the hour. As we can see, he's lining up in that corner. It might be potential time to see a spear or a splash.
Look, a splash is coming. Darroyn rolls out the way and got hit with a vicious shoulder block. Solo Jones is feeling it now. He's feeling the momentum building for himself. He understands what needs to be done. He's tired of Darroyn Drummond's theatrics. He's ready to put him out.
Nice reversal by Drummond.
That was very unexpected. Solo Jones doesn't know what to do right now.
Butch Price adrenaline is a hell of a drug.
It is. It is.
Both men are feeling it now.
Absolutely. But he needs to get right on Solo Jones right away.
Here it is.
He needs to give it to him, because if he doesn't,
well, he hit the ropes.
Oh,
he hit the ropes for more momentum. Solo Jones stopped the drive-by.
There it is. Is this it?
Oh, good night.
It's over.
It looked like the midnight ending for Solo Jones. The Southern States champion with a convincing win, but not to take anything from Darroyn Drummond. That was a great match.
It was a great match, but once again, Darroyn Drummond, he bit off more than he could chew. He thought he had an opportunity to show the world that he could move up in the rankings in order to get to maybe to a Southern States title match or maybe to a world title match, but not today.
Solo Jones, there's definitely a little bit of respect there after that match.
Absolutely.
I'd love to see a rematch of these two competitors sometime in the future. Butch Price, I mean, we've seen it all on this week's Superstars of the Ring.
Absolutely.
I just seen a little more.
I just want to tell you thank you for the opportunity to see great talent every week. It's just a blessing and an opportunity.
Well, we're training the Top Rope Wrestling Academy here in Jacksonville, Florida, really putting through some great competitors. Let's throw this back to the studio.
All right.
Solo Jones picking up the victory over Darroyn Drummond and putting another notch on that Southern States Championship belt, proving once again that Solo Jones is a force to be reckoned with here in CCW. Well, folks, that's all we have this week. Be sure to tune in next week on CCW Superstars of the Ring when we hear from legendary rock and roll Chris Turner himself. He will be giving us an update on his health and his future here in this organization. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and be sure to go to our website, ccwrestling.biz, for even more details. For everyone here at Stomping Ground Studios, I'm your ringside pitchman, Donnie Harris Jr., and we'll see you next time.